Hello and welcome to the Director's Cut commentary video of Yi Jing, Episode 1 Only Man. My name is Rokpat, the director of Episode 1, and in this video me and Fifi will tell you more about this episode from the songs and the visual side of things. We would like to start with the promo video that launched the whole project. The promo video was created and directed by Paris Sewell, and it was to present the notion of what we were trying to achieve with these live series. Here's Fifi telling more about the meaning of Yi Jing and how it became the name of this project.
I sing to you.
Yi Jing came about during one of the meetings. The project I initially envisioned was to do a music art house short film, kind of a combination of a few things into a short film format. And I want to emphasize that this is the result of a group of creatives rather than this is a Fifi Rong thing. After I assembled the team and during our many meetings, we were talking about how I shouldn't use my name to run the project. We kind of brainstormed, and someone in the team was saying that we should start an event brand, and I really liked the idea. Immediately I said, almost like there was no second thought, and I thought, let's call it Yi Jing.
Yi Jing is the space where art intoxicates.
In the Chinese language, there is this word called Yi Jing, and every time I have to explain to the English speakers what that means and why it's so significant in that language, because it's that precise thing describes the feeling art evokes between the lines that is not spoken.
Yeah, as a team we definitely felt Yi Jing had the correct frequency for the project. Let's go more in depth of the performances now, the music, the songs, and the visual experience.
When it comes to the music composition, mostly it's my production and some new songs and some recent songs and some songs that remade into something else. But I thought we want something slightly different to give people something that they haven't heard before. So I bring in another producer, also the mixer and master engineer for the project called The Basic with a 3 at the beginning. It's just fantastic. It's a brilliant engineer and producer. Indeed, that he has made soundscape, a first song of this episode 1. This first song is called Slow Poison. He made the instrumental for the song, and that's exactly what I wanted. Something that people haven't heard before. That is something that doesn't come from my hand. Obviously, Holy, Love is a Lonely Thing, Farewell to Cambridge, Only Man, they are all my stuff. The end, Gloomy Sunday, and that is a reinterpretation. It's a film composer who collaborated with me on that song after he heard my own version of the cover song, Gloomy Sunday. So we only use a very small bit of the song, but then I think that worked really well at the end. Slow Poison was an up-tempo song in its original production, but the song in itself is very melancholic. And there was a period of time when my head just kept playing the song, and I wanted to sing the song in a slow and sad way, which the song is about. And I did in my 2019's live show, and I really liked it. So I thought it's because it's so atmospheric, so I just bring it back to open Yi Jing to point out what this project is about.
Why we play the game, been
thousand.
The conceptual idea behind episode 1 was created by our team member Craig, who gave the initial ideas for the visuals. Myself and our DOP Matt Alexander created the projections, where the back ones were done by me, and then the front ones were done by Matt, and we coordinated against the songs together. The idea for Slow Poison was to use slow-moving ink and smoke elements that would match the flow of the song, because it was quite mystical and slow, which was also part of the title, but also gave this notion of a slow movement, both visually and audibly. So, and the goal was for all the visuals to correspond correctly to the music, so the audio-visual experience of Fifi's live singing would be amplified.
No reason, still feel the hate, but I just do feel the same. As soon as they feel my heart will hope and take it all away. Time goes slowly when sorrow comes sadness. Waking up and myself still dreaming. Life is hiding what soul is seeking.
I did an initial poll asking people which songs to sing, what's their favorite ones. And Holy came out to be one of the songs people really like. And also, of course, I love it too, but I haven't got a lot of chances to perform that one live. I think in this easing environment, it actually works better than the live show. For some reason, it's just an intuitive thing. Sometimes certain songs work better live, and others don't.
I've been strong, I've been weak, loneliness, the constant stream.
Holy was an interesting song to work with because initially we weren't too sure what visuals to go with. But looking at Craig's initial concept, fire was selected as the main element. Sometimes fire is known as a symbol of cleansing that evokes holiness, and I think it really suited the music, especially with the deep bass sounds. One of the most interesting parts creating the visuals for this was how the speed of the visuals reacted to the music. So during the filming, I was giving directions to Fifi to incorporate such moments in her movement as well, so that both visuals and performance are in sync, with the idea that such epic looking moments will bring shivers down viewers' spines.
Myself out of this. I've been strong, I've been weak. Motion ends, then it begins. Waking up, find myself still dreaming. Life is hiding what soul is seeking. Waking up, find myself still dreaming. Life is hiding what soul is searching.
Love is a Lonely Thing Part 2 is actually the first time I ever performed. I've only performed Part 3 in 2019 because after 2019 I haven't got a lot of chance to perform my recent songs. Since 2019 I've been writing songs that's more geared towards the cinematic and melancholy rather than what I was told to write more pop songs earlier in my career. So I guess it's a good balance if I do a live show. I can have both of the songs, but I guess I'm just in the mood for this type of production and this type of atmosphere.
It's a lonely thing, my love. Love is a lonely thing.
Working on Love is a Lonely Thing was actually the first song in the episode that had an up-tempo reggae type of beat, and I felt it was a good opportunity to start introducing a more active, higher energy visuals together with the camera changes. This was mainly achieved by introducing light flashes that were following the beat of the song, which in return gave the performance an additional edge to bring the energy up.
Farewell to Cambridge is also another song that I was touring China with. That was the collaboration with W Hotel's W Records in 2019, and the guitar was done by Babak, my friend. He's a very talented, very great guitarist. And I think at this point in the set, we need a Chinese song. And also switching from electronic instruments, electronic production to a real instrument. And then that breaks up the set quite nicely. The same idea goes into my upcoming album as well. I've got a guitar song and a piano song, breaks up the electronic productions.
青春是天上的虹，揉碎在浮躁间沉淀着彩虹色的梦。
Finding the right visuals for Farewell to Cambridge was a bit of a challenge initially, as I couldn't understand the lyrics. So the solution was for me to listen to the song and see what I can see in my mind. What do I feel and sense just based on the melody? So the visuals for the song display that. One interesting thing you might have noticed is that all the songs have a different color shade to it. This was one of the creative decisions done in the editing stage, as I felt that every song had a different mood, different color, and I saw the song in this shade of soft sepia tones.
满载春心会，在心灰斑斓里放歌。
Only Man is my new single, and this show is the premiere, the live performance, the first time that I sing this song live. So it's a very special song experience occasion as well. When I was producing this song in the middle of the lockdown, the beginning of the lockdown, I remember this was one of my most passionate projects when I was producing. I was completely obsessed with the tape machine effect. I was completely geeking out on how do I make the visual almost like a story to it. And the beginning, the intro and outro of this song is actually, it doesn't belong to this song, but it kind of works. There is one of my most proud production. It's just because there is a lot of dynamic and there's a lot of contrast and stories going into the ups and downs, the mountains and valleys of this song. Only recently that I realized how I combined the alternative R&B and melodies and chord progressions with my Chinese folk singing.
Only Man was one of the songs I really enjoyed working on. Since the initial concept, we had this really strong element of water. For me, the music and the singing were given this feel of waves, and I feel that the visual elements for this song fitted in quite well. Like Love is a Lonely Thing, Only Man has a bit more energy than the previous song, so it gave us another chance to experiment with the visuals as well. So from high energy flash and backgrounds to echo effects on Fifi during the slow bridge moments. And I really liked making the visual aspects for this. As Fifi mentioned before, it has a lot of audio nuances and small details that allow for higher level creativity, especially with the tape sounds in the end.
Gloomy Sunday is the last one. This show flow, the set design is concerned, I think that is a good short and sweet highlight of things.
Gloomy Sunday is actually my most favorite song of the whole episode. I had a really clear idea for the visuals since the very first time I heard it during the early demo stages when we were just selecting the songs, and I couldn't wait to make the visuals for the song, hence I did Gloomy Sunday first. It is also the ending of the show, so it was very important for us to give an epic ending, but also leave a notion of a cliffhanger before the next episode. And I think the element with the ink going up and consuming Fifi really delivered that. So far, when we heard feedback from, this was one of those moments that I personally was trying to achieve for the viewer, to get the moment of shivers running down their spines. And even myself, every single time I watch it, I get this notion.
Gloomy Sunday.
Thank you for watching the director's cut of Yi Jing, episode 1, Only Man. We, the team, and Fifi hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you again for your support, and we cannot wait for you to see where Yi Jing will take us next, and what it'll bring to you.